Magandang araw sa inyo. Narito ang inyong Kuya Win upang patnubayan, padaliin at bigyan kayo ng kaalaman sa mga aralin sa matematika. At nagsasabing, learning math is easy and fun. Let's study factoring polynomials part 3. Factoring sum and difference of two cubes. The cube root and the perfect cube. I have here cube root of 1 is equal to 1 since 1 cube is equal to 1. Cube root of 8 is equal to 2 since 2 cube is equal to 8. Remember that the exponent tells you how many times you are going to multiply the base by itself. Since we have the exponent of 3 here, we are going to multiply 2 3 times by itself. So if we are going to expand this, we have 2 times 2 times 2. So we have 8. Cube root of 27 is equal to 3, since 3 cube is equal to 27. Cube root of 64 is equal to 4, since 4 cube is equal to 64. And lastly, cube root of 125 is equal to 5, since 5 cube is equal to 125. So if we are going to expand this, it will become 5 times 5 is 25. Multiplied by 5 is equal to 125. I hope you get it. Let's proceed to the variables. Cube root of x cube is equal to x, since the quantity of x to the power of 3 is equal to x cube. We need to divide the exponent of the variable to the index of radical sign. So we have here 3 divided by 3, we have 1. Cube root of s raised to 6 is equal to s squared. Why is it s squared? Again, we need to divide the exponent of the variable to the index of our radical sign, which is 3. So we have 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. That's why we have s squared. Since the quantity of s squared to the power of 3 is equal to s raised to 6. In this part, we apply the power of powers, wherein we are going to multiply the exponent 2 times 3 and we have 6 here. Cube root of a raised to 12 is equal to a raised to 4, since the quantity of a raised to 4 to the power of 3 is equal to a raised to 12. Cube root of x cube y raised to 6 is equal to xy squared, since the quantity of xy squared to the power of 3 is equal to x cube y raised to 6. And lastly, the cube root of a raised to 15 b cube is equal to a raised to 5b, since the quantity of a raised to 5b to the power of 3 is equal to a raised to 15 b cube. The sum and difference of two cubes can easily be factored. It is in the form of x cubed plus y cubed and x cubed minus y cubed, respectively. The key is to memorize or remember the patterns involved in the formulas. So here's the pattern. For sum of two cubes, x cubed plus y cubed is equal to the quantity of x plus y multiplied by the quantity of x squared minus xy plus y squared. For difference of two cubes, we have x cubed minus y cubed is equal to the quantity of x minus y multiplied by the quantity of x squared plus xy plus y squared. Here are the steps in order to factor sum and difference of two cubes. Number 1, find the cube root of the first perfect cube, which is a, and the second perfect cube, which is denoted by b. Use the pattern that I've shown you a while ago. And number 3, to solve the second factor, square the first term, multiply the first and second term, and square the second term. So for the better understanding, let's have these examples. Number 1. x cubed minus 27. Your first term here is x cubed. What is the cube root of x cubed? The cube root of the first term is x. How about the cube root of the second term, which is 27? Correct. The cube root of the second term is 3. Since this is difference of two cubes, we need to use this pattern. Input the cube root of the first term to the first term of your binomial. And then, input the cube root of the second term to the second term of your binomial. So the first factor is x minus 3. In order to find out the second factor, we are going to use the first factor. So first, we need to square the first term. The first term here is x. So the square of the first term is x squared. To find the next term, multiply the first and second term. The first term here is x and the second term here is 3. So we have x times 3 is equal to 3x. And to find the last term, we need to square the second term. The second term here is 3. 3 squared is equal to 9. Therefore, the factors of x cubed minus 27 are the quantity of x minus 3 multiplied by the quantity of x squared plus 3x plus 9. Example number 2. 64 plus y raised to 12. What is the cube root of 64? Okay, the cube root of the first term is 4. How about the cube root of y raised to 12? The cube root of the second term is y raised to 4. Now, since this is sum of two cubes, we are going to use this pattern. Let's input the cube root of the first term to the first term of your binomial. Next, input the cube root of the second term to the second term of your binomial. Therefore, the first factor is 4 plus y raised to 4. In order to find the second factor, we need to use the first factor. First, we need to square the first term. 4 squared is equal to 16. And multiply the first and second term. The first term is 4 and the second term is y raised to 4. So we have 4 multiplied by y raised to 4. And the answer is 4y raised to 4. For the last step, square the second term. The quantity of y raised to 4 to the power of 2 is equal to y raised to 8. Therefore, the factors of 64 plus y raised to 12 are the quantity of 4 plus y raised to 4 multiplied by the quantity of 16 minus 4y raised to 4 plus y raised to 8. Let's try another given. 8l cubed plus 1. What is the cube root of 8l cubed? Great! The cube root of the first term is 2l. How about the cube root of the second term? The cube root of the second term is 1. Since this is sum of two cubes, we need to use this pattern. Input the cube root of the first term and second term as your binomial. So it will become 2l plus 1. To get the second factor, square the first term, which is 2l. The quantity of 2l to the power of 2. And the answer is 4l squared. Next, multiply the first and second term. 2l multiplied by 1, which is equal to 2l. And square the second term. So we have 1 squared is equal to 1. Therefore, the final answer is the quantity of 2l plus 1 multiplied by the quantity of 4l squared minus 2l plus 1 is the factor of 8l cubed plus 1. Let's proceed to the last given. 27s cubed minus 125p raised to 9. What is the square root of 27s cubed? The answer is 3s. How about the cube root of the second term, which is 125t raised to 9? Excellent! The answer is 5t cubed. Since this is difference of two cubes, we need to use this pattern. What are you going to do with the cube root of first term and second term? Very good. We need to input the cube root of the first term and second term to your binomial. To find the second factor, we are going to use the first factor. We need to square the first term. The quantity of 3s to the power of 2 is equal to 9s squared. To solve for the middle term, we need to multiply the first term and the second term. 3s multiplied by 5t cubed. And the answer is 15st cubed. And for the last term, square the second term. The quantity of 5t cubed to the power of 2 is equal to 25t raised to 6. Therefore, 27s cubed minus 125t raised to 9 is equal to the quantity of 3s minus 5t cubed multiplied by the quantity of 9s squared plus 15st cubed plus 25t raised to 6. Now, it's your turn to answer this activity. Mathematics requires practice, practice, and practice. Ako ulit si Kuya Win ang nagpapaalala na learning math is easy and fun. Para patuloy na matutunan at maintindihan ang math, huwag kalimutang i-like, subscribe, at hit the notification bell para updated ka sa mga lessons natin. I hope ay marami kang natutunan. Maraming salamat!